Hey, Sunshine Do Buckaroos, how the heck are you? A couple hours later, I told you I'll be back. I'll probably be back in 2 hours after this one. Anyways, yeah, we'll see. Depends on how my night goes. Depends on how I'm feeling afterwards, man. We're playing her by ear. Bear with me as I try to figure something out here real quick, like. So that's what it is. Okay, set that over here. Oh, mercy. So I got one I haven't had before. So I've got a beer subscription to Minocqua Brewing Company out of Wisconsin. I guess I have a brewery in Illinois as well, but that's their main location. And this is their Lady Justice, a very wise vice. It is 5%. I'm guessing a Weiss beer. It doesn't say Hefeweizen specifically, just says Weiss or Weiss, if you will. Trying to read this to get my I only have light in one particular spot here. It's dark. The spring of 2023, we made our first batch of Lady Justice, a very wise vice, to celebrate the election of progressive judge Janet. I cannot pronounce that last name. I'm not even going to attempt it, man. Anyways, I like Minocqua Brewing. They do some great beer, but they also stand for something, and I appreciate that. They have the guts to stand up to this current fascist regime and produce great product while they're doing it. So I'm pairing that with another company that has defied all the odds as well. This is Fascist Tears Vodka from Republic Restoratives. We celebrate an outspoken and disruptive attitude towards the production of quality American spirits. We are redefining the future of tradition. Everyone is invited. So let me show you that. This is a very good product. And again, I support both products because they support these. There was a time I was, back in the day, right? Back in the way back, way the years, old timers talk. And I think it's probably different for the different parts of the country you lived in. I just remember for me, when the craft beer movement, we didn't call it that, it was just microbrewery. When the microbrew movement first started, almost every brewery had four beers. They only had four beers. Some had six, but mostly you saw four about everywhere. Some had almost nobody had a lager. Lagers were harder to do. A lot of them had a Kolsch though, or a golden ale. Most had an American wheat or a Hefeweizen. And then some had a pale ale, but almost everyone had a stout. You had to have those things. You didn't see IPAs in those days. Not early on. That came later, but early on, you didn't see IPAs. I didn't remember seeing IPAs until about the mid to late 90s when you started seeing IPAs. They really had to be explained there. Okay, you like that pale ale? Well, this one's just a little more of that. The funny thing about IPAs back then, though, is they didn't look like IPAs today. If you look at an old beer color charge, IPAs, if they show an IPA, it's more amber to copper, right? And that's what IPAs look like back then. They weren't golden. They certainly weren't hazy, and they didn't taste like Fruit Loops. Anyways, I digress. Don't get me started. But it seems these days very few companies have the guts to say what they stand for. And I love that these two do. They're willing to take a chance. And it's a tough time to do so when we're surrounded by fascism. They're willing to take a stand and define who they are and what they stand for, and I appreciate that. That and the fact that both companies are doing fine products. This is very nice, actually. You do get those banana notes. Yeah, find some banana in there. Yeah, banana. I'm just being funny. Set that down for a second. Pick up my fascist tears. Come to enjoy fascist tears. Slightly sweet, little bitter. Anyways, I digress. Let me show you the bottle one more time. Fascist tears. Let's launch it. Well, as my dad used to say, here's to the flag, the grand old flag, the flag that set us free. A whiskey glass and a woman's ass made a horse's ass of me, Slancha. Although I do believe he would be appalled at the current state of somebody who fought in World War II. To see so many Americans embrace the Nazi philosophy, he would be absolutely disgusted with what's happening right now. Slancha. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer for angels, beer drinker, premier wisdom, all around good guy. One more time. It's a lot. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.